Hello there, and welcome back to BeetleMakes. My name is Beetle, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make your very own cute little Anteater plush. If you can't follow a video tutorial, don't worry, because this pattern will be available for free on Ravelry. Enjoy the video! To make your Anteater, you're going to need some materials. We're using dark brown yarn, light brown yarn, a scrap amount of light pink yarn, some polyester stuffing, a pair of 8mm safety eyes, a yarn needle, a stitch marker, a 3.5mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, and a wire slicker brush to get the right texture on our Anteater's tail. You're also going to want to know a couple of specialty stitches. These include the triple crochet, the single crochet 3 together, and the 5 triple crochet cluster. To make our Anteater, we're going to start working in our light brown yarn. So you're going to make either a magic ring or a chain 2, which I did the chain 2, with 5 stitches in it. Apparently I chose squeaky yarn, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry. Alright, so now that you've got your magic ring with 5 stitches, you're going to put your stitch marker into this first stitch to help you keep track, and I'm going to cut my yarn tail short. And then we're going to work 4 rounds where we just do 5 single crochets around. So that's our first round. Our second round. Third round. And our fourth round. So that should give us this long, very skinny tube. So now and that'll be the snout. So now we're going to start to build up the head. So we're going to work 2 increases and then 3 single crochets. Now we're going to work single crochet, 2 increases, and then 4 single crochet. And now we're going to work 3 repeats of the pattern 2 single crochets, then increase. So we're going to work 2 single crochets and then an increase, and then we're going to do that again twice. Now we're going to work 2 rounds where we just do 12 single crochets around. So that's our first round. And the second round. So now we're going to work 2 single crochets, then a triple crochet. So to do a triple crochet, you're going to want to wrap your yarn around your hook twice, then insert it into the next stitch, and pull up a loop to have 4 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, then yarn over and pull through the next 2 loops, then yarn over and pull through these last 2 loops. And that should give you a very tall stitch. And now we're going to work 3 single crochets, and then a treble crochet. So wrap your yarn around the hook twice, insert it into the stitch and pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, pull through another 2 loops, and then pull through the other 2 loops. And then we're going to do 2 single crochets, and then we're going to work 3 increases. And now that we have this head shape forming, which these 2 treble crochets form the ears, we're going to insert the eyes into the head. So we're going to take our pair of 8mm safety eyes, and then we're going to insert them between rounds 7 and 8. So we'll count from the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 rounds, and then we're going to insert our eyes into this round right here. And then you want to check it and make sure that it looks good from all angles. And then you'll insert the washers to secure the eyes. Now we're going to go back to crocheting in the round, and we're going to work 3 single crochets, and then we're going to work a single crochet 3 together stitch. So to do this, you're going to insert the hook into the front loop of the next stitch, then the front loop of the stitch after that, and then the front loop of the stitch after that. Then we're going to yarn over and pull up a loop through all 3 of those front loops, and then complete the stitch. So that's basically just doing a decrease over 3 stitches instead of a normal 2. Now we're going to work 4 single crochets, and then 2 increases, and then 3 single crochets. And now we're going to work 6 single crochets. And then we're going to switch over to our dark brown yarn. So I prefer to cut off my yarn when I do a color change. I'm going to grab my dark brown yarn and attach it. And then with this dark brown, we're going to work 4 single crochets. Three increases. And then another 2 single crochets. And then I'm going to tie off this color change so that it helps keep my tension more consistent. And then we're going to continue working in our dark brown, and we're going to work 2 single crochets. And then we're going to switch back to our light brown and work 5 single crochets. And then back to our dark brown, we're going to work 11 single crochets. And then again, as I've reached the end of this round, I'm going to tie off these color changes again. Now with our dark brown yarn, we're going to work 1 final single crochet, and then we're going to switch back to our light brown yarn for the rest of the piece. So we're going to take the light brown yarn and attach it, and then we're going to work 17 single crochets. And again, I'm going to tie off the color change for this final time. Alright, in this round, we're going to just be working the legs. So we're going to work 11 single crochets. And then we're going to work a 5 treble crochet cluster. So to work this stitch, you're going to wrap your yarn around the hook twice. and insert it into the next stitch like you're doing a treble crochet and pull up the loop. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through the next 2 loops and then through the second 2 loops. So you'll have 2 loops on your stitch. Then you're going to wrap your yarn around your hook twice, insert it into the stitch and pull up a loop, then yarn over and go through 2 loops and then through the next set of 2 loops. Now you'll have 3 loops. And then you're going to do this again, wrapping your yarn twice, pulling up the loop, going through the 2 loops, and the other 2 loops to have 4 stitches, or 4 loops, and then wrap again twice, insert and pull up, go through 2 loops, then go through the next 2 loops to have 5 loops, and then finally wrap again, insert it in, pull up to the next loop, then go through the 2 loops, and then the 2 loops. And now you should have 6 loops on your stitch. So you're going to yarn over and pull through all 6 of those loops, and that'll form this bump stitch, which is a 5 treble crochet cluster. Now be careful not to lose the next stitch after your cluster. Be careful not to skip it because your cluster could cover it. So you're going to now work 3 single crochets, and then another 5 treble crochet cluster, and you're going to do this just like the last one. And then you're going to work 2 single crochets. Now we're going to do 3 rounds where we just do 18 single crochets around. So that's the first round. Second round. And the third round. So now we're going to work another round where we have legs or the bobble stitches. So we're going to go 12 single crochets, Then we're going to work a 5 treble crochet cluster, just like these other 2 that we've done. And then we're going to work 3 single crochets. We're going to make another 5 treble crochet cluster. And then we're going to work another single crochet. So now we're going to do 4 single crochets, a decrease, 3 single crochets, and another decrease, another 3 single crochets, and then a decrease, and then 2 single crochets. So now I'd recommend that you stuff at least the head and the first half of the body. Make sure that these 2 treble crochet ears stick up and out of the body because they form the ears. And then we're going to want to keep working in crochet. So we're going to do 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, 5 single crochet, a decrease, and then 2 single crochet. And now we're going to work 2 rounds where we do 12 single crochet around. So that's a first round. And our second round. So at this point you definitely want to make sure that the body is stuffed, because we're working on the tail now and it's going to keep getting narrower and it's going to be harder to stuff the body as we have a narrower opening. So now we're going to work 3 single crochets, a single crochet 3 together decrease, so insert the hook into the front loops of the following 3 stitches, then pull through those loops, complete the stitch, and then 6 single crochets. Now we're going to work 2 rounds of 10 single crochets. That's the first round. And the second round. And at this point, you're definitely going to want to have stuffed the body and stuffing the tail as well. So now we're going to work 3 single crochets, then a decrease, and then 5 single crochets. And then we're going to finish stuffing the tail. And then we're going to do 3 repeats of single crochet decrease. Now you're going to cut the yarn and pull it through, and you can remove your stitch marker now. And I still somehow didn't manage to stuff my tail enough, so I'm going to finish that. And now we're going to take our yarn needle and put the tail through it, and we're going to weave that end through these front loops to close our piece. And we're going to pull that tight and weave that back into the body. And then we can cut that end off. So now you're going to need your wire brush. And what you're going to do is you're going to take this brush and you're going to start brushing this tail section. And it's going to take you a while, but you'll get this very nice fluffy appearance. This is why I heavily recommend acrylic yarn for this project as well. Now that you've got your tail to your desired level of fluffiness, you've got one more step until you're fully finished with your anteater. And this step is an optional one. So you'll take this pink scrap yarn and cut a short piece of it. And then using either your hook or your yarn needle, you're going to attach this tail, this small piece of pink yarn, to the front of your anteater. I'm using a latch hook method, but you can just tie a knot in it if you want. And then I'm going to weave the shorter end back into the body to hide it. And I'm going to trim it short. And then if you want to, you can tie a knot or singe to help keep it from potentially unraveling, but you're gonna secure it however you want and then cut it to your desired length. And that'll give your anteater a little tongue. And there you are, you've finished your cute little anteater amigurumi. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel for more cute tutorials like this. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Beetle from BeetleMakes, and we hope to see you again real soon.